Hey, Bob,
Good
is there
morning,
anything
everyone.
Oh, it's live. You didn't tell me if there's something in my teeth yet. You see anything in my teeth, Bob?
Well, yeah, right there, dude.
Oh, it's just a beard hair. There's nothing in my teeth. How come you told me there was something in my teeth? Seriously?
Hey, just gonna get you ready for the show. Hey, good morning, guys, and welcome to
Morning,
the Pine
guys.
Point Sunday Morning Show.
We're both back in action, and I'm tired of thinking
Absolutely.
about this week, Bob. I don't know about you, but man,
Well, I think we got a busy week ahead of us coming up, but that's okay. That's okay. We like that.
no, for
Uh,
sure.
and nice thing about it is it's going to be a halfway decent week. Weather-wise, going to be in the 50s most of the week.
Oh,
So I'm
really?
kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, going to be in the 50s most of the week. Some rain here and there, but
Yep,
I'm telling you, this snow cover is going to be gone before we know it, and I'm liking it.
yep, yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
No,
absolutely.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I'm excited for next weekend, but I'm really, really, really hoping it doesn't happen like last year and we had that freak snowstorm.
Dude, don't even jinx us with that thought.
Oh,
So what Zach's talking about is
yeah.
next Sunday is the Auburn Home Show right over at the Norway Bank Savings Arena, and last year, unfortunately, it was kind of a snowy mess. We got set up on Friday, everything was okay, but overnight. Friday night into Saturday morning, we just got pummeled with snow that weekend, and it was rough getting into the arena that morning. And but we had some diehard people that
I
that
know.
still came through. Wasn't that crazy?
It was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, we had phenomenal turnout for what it was, but
yeah,
from hearing stories that the year before was the busiest year ever, I'm like, come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
can't
Well,
can't we?
yeah, well, that's the thing. It's hard to tell from year to year. Obviously, if you have a nice, beautiful day, you may not get quite as many people in if it's real gorgeous out, because people might take that time to work outside instead, or you got the weather that could roll in like it did last year. So, actually, what I'm hoping for this coming weekend, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
is a decent temperature, but maybe a little cloudy and overcast. So that people want to go ahead and go out and go do something instead. Come see us.
no, for
Absolutely.
sure.
So we're going to be at the Norway Savings Bank Arena next Saturday and Sunday, guys. I think it's what, 9 to 4, Zach, if I remember right, the hours.
Yep, something like that.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, I think it's 9 to 4, and we got a great giveaway that we're going to be signing people up for next week. You
So,
want to tell them what it is, Zach?
Bob, my checkbook's hurting just thinking about it, but we get some amazing giveaways. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be giving away, we're gonna be doing the prize club for the month next
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving
But
$100 away.
we're gonna give $200 away
That's right.
for the show for this month, but
Yeah.
also for those attendees. And you if you're already on the prize club, show up because you can add another entry in for a separate drawing.
That's
You can
right.
win all kinds of money. So this weekend, not only we're just giving away $200 on the show, we're giving away $100 each day to attendees.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Plus, we're
Plus,
giving away 2 Yeti cups a day too.
that's pretty nice. Them Yeti cups are sweet.
Plus, you could get
For more?
for the
You
whole
know
show.
what, Zach, I got to stop you here. You're sounding like a Ginsu knife salesman, but there's more.
Yes, there's more, Bob. There's a lot more.
There you go.
Plus, you can put your name in for the full show entry. So after all 3 shows, we're going to be drawing one lucky winner is going to walk away with an awesome fire pit, an extremely awesome fire pit, and some really nice camp chairs.
Is it the fire pit that you guys were looking at the other day?
Yeah.
With the pine trees and stuff?
I didn't really get a good look on it, Bob. I have to make sure because they showed me a lot of fire pits.
Okay, yeah, I know there was a few that we were looking at, kind of deciding between, and they all were pretty sweet. So
Yep.
I don't think we can go wrong with whichever one we chose for sure. That's awesome.
Yep.
So again, just a real quick recap. Next week on our Sunday morning show, we're going to be giving our monthly giveaway that we normally do each and every month. So we're going to be giving $100 gift card away to somebody that signs up in the prize club.
Yep.
That is a non-current client. And then we also have another $100 that we set people up that are current clients to be able to win. Is that correct?
No.
And then actually, let me rephrase that a little bit, because the current client actually gets dumped into both piles and can actually win both of them.
You got it wrong. All right. Let's refocus this. All right, so we get the PinePoint.
Clarify it for me, because
let's count this money out.
I might be confusing others.
All right, so we got $100 that goes.
All right.
That can go to anybody in our current PinePoint Prize Club.
Okay.
We got the second $100.
So anybody whatsoever, current client or not.
Well, that's the current one. So this is the normal PinePoint show giveaway. So next Sunday, we're going to be giving away $200 for our normal people that are in the PinePoint Prize Club. And then
right, and that's what I was talking about with those two.
So the first one, anybody in the prize club, but then the second drawing on that day, and this happens every month. Remember, you can be in on this too. That is for past clients. So if you bought a house with us, sent us a referral. Oh shoot, I'm talking to Bob.
Yep.
Come on, Bob, you tricked me into this. We were supposed to be talking about the PinePoint Prize Club, so let's skip this. Anyways, we got the normal PinePoint Prize Club.
I finally did it.
We got the normal PinePoint Prize Club stuff, but then we're going to move on. And at the home show, you can be a current person on the PinePoint Prize Club and also enter in at the home show, where we'll be giving away 2 Yeti cups and a $100 gift card a day. So if you come in that day, we're going to draw at the end of the day, and you could be the lucky winner walking away with either a cup or $100.
That's going to be sweet. Yeah.
Right. On top of the regular Sunday, the monthly giveaway.
Right. And then all of those people that actually come out to any of the 3 home shows and sign up will be able to be entered to be to win that beautiful fire pit and those camp chairs.
Yeah, come check it out.
Yeah,
we'll let you sit in them. We'll have a fake fire going, but we can't do a real fire, unfortunately. Might smoke the place out.
It would be nice. Could bring in the s'mores and all. That would be pretty sweet.
Well, what's funny? We could have did that with a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh well, this is a nice fire pit, guys. It would be phenomenal in your backyard.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. I might have to actually have you order me one up for my backyard this year.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm actually in the market. So.
Oh well, you can't enter.
I can't enter. I know. I saw that one coming.
Yeah, you can't enter. Well, Bob, I don't know if I don't know. They're gonna fire me if I give away any more stuff. So let's move on to what you've got going on. Let's check this out. What's Bob got going on today?
Well, one of the things we always want to do on the Sunday morning show is we want to always go ahead and bring you good information to go ahead and get your process going as far as either purchasing a home or possibly selling your current home. This week I kind of wanted to concentrate a little bit on the process of purchasing a new home, and one of the real important parts or components of doing that, probably in my opinion, one of the most important foundational pieces that you can probably go ahead and do to get the process started. And basically what I'm talking about, let me just pull up the next screen here, and we'll minimize ourselves here off to the side. But what I'm talking about here, guys, is getting pre-approved, okay? Now, before you start looking at a home, one of the first things you really should do is talk with a lender. And get yourself pre-approved because it's not a really difficult process at all to do, and will make you a much better purchaser in the process. Give you a lot more ammunition in the process. Would you agree, Zach?
And also keep in mind too, you don't want to go out there and fall in love with a house and not be able to buy it. It's the most heartbreaking thing out
Right.
there. Just like
Yeah.
just like when you're in high school, the person you fall for, and all of a sudden they say no. It's worse than that, because it's saying you can't even get a house possibly. So knowing if you can buy is a big step, because that denial could set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And honestly, I think that's one of the things we're going to get into on this next slide here that
Yeah.
I pulled up, Zach. And basically, what is a pre-approval? Well, basically, a pre-approval is when a lender checks your finances and decides how much you're qualified to borrow for your home loan. So, like Zach was saying, a pre-approval can already get you the information up front before you even start looking at homes and falling in love with homes as to what you may or may not qualify for. And there's a few factors that get taken in consideration here. Let me actually slide us up this way here off to the side, make it a little easier, I think. So basically, one of the things that the lender's going to look at is your debt to income ratio. Basically, how much percentage are you looking to use towards housing, and how much percentage of your income is actually being used for your overall finances. And when we're talking about overall finances, we're talking about any loans that you might have, any credit cards that you might have, student debt, any long-term obligation that is generally more than 10 months remaining on it. We need to factor that in as to whether or not the amount that you're looking to get pre-approved for is going to be within the realistic frame or not. Okay, so basically there are two numbers. One is the housing number. So in other words, if you're looking at just your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on the home, what percentage of your income will that make up? And there's a certain percentage that each lender is comfortable with, what various programs are comfortable with, and that's one of those things that we can help you out with, get you more information on, or just talking with a lender can make a big difference. Anything you'd like to add on debt to income ratios?
No. Keep in mind though, when you talk to a lender, things might not be as impactful, because I know I talk to a lot of buyers and throughout time, and the first thing, I got to pay off everything. I got to get on there, pay off everything. It's what I got to do to fix my credit. And come to find out, they pay off everything. And 6 months down the road, they come back, pull the credit. Now they don't have any credit.
Right.
And it's like, why didn't I'm like, this is why. I'm like, stop for a second. You might be in a better space than you think. There are all kinds of loan programs out there that fit different criterias.
And I think that kind of goes into a couple of the other factors there. The credit score, the payment history. Those all kind of factor in there in what you're talking about as well.
Yeah. But like the other thing too, hospital debts, for example, are now actually on a less. They don't, according to FHA and all that, with lenders, talk to the lender, because debts like that don't even hurt you as much as it used to. Student loans, they might be able to look at it differently depending on your situation. The biggest thing is, and the other thing too, is every lender is a little bit different. They all have their own little red tapes that go on. Yes, FHA HUD has an overlay, and that's only because, keep in mind, with a loan, they're insuring it 20%. So the government, when you do an FHA loan or RD or any of those government-backed loans, it's actually only insuring the loan for 20% of the loan, not 100%. So I know there's somebody I did run into that actually came out and said, "Oh, well, the federal government backed that. That's my tax dollars buying the house." I'm like, no. That is an actual investor with their own private money stacked in for lenders. That's not what you think it is. So there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and there's a lot of information where you could actually become a lender WebMD. You can become a realtor WebMD. And at the end of the day, it just ends in disaster. Kind of like when you go to WebMD, it always ends in death. Regardless of what you're looking for. That's what we're here for. Call us.
Yeah,
And
yeah. That's why it's a great idea. Like you said, give someone like ourselves a call. Give your lender that you might deal with on a regular basis a call. And if you don't have a lender that you deal with regularly, again, we can be of help there. We have a number of lenders that we work with on a regular basis. And like Zach said, different lenders have different criteria. So we can help you out in setting you up with the right lender that are going to match the criteria that you're going to need for your lending circumstances as well. So again, going back to getting pre-approved, it's really important because they'll take these things into consideration. So again, debt to income ratio. Next one's income and employment status. So I mean, obviously they're going to want to check what your income is and find out what your employment status. They're usually looking for a couple years worth of history with the same company, preferably. But certainly within the same industry. If you happen to have moved, I've got a couple cook friends, for instance, that worked in one restaurant, moved to another, thinking that was going to be an issue, and based on the fact that they had similar income, similar hours, and the ability to continue on with that income in that same industry, it was like they continued on with the same company almost.
you know what, Bob? You know what comes
But
down to at the end of the day? It comes down to talk is free. Just
what's
ask
that?
the questions. I think you delayed a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right, Zach. Talk is free, and whether it's with one of us here at PinePoint or with a lender, it is a great place to go ahead and get started. So let me move on to this next slide here because a couple of reasons why it's so important. And let me once again move us up off to the side so we can read everything here. So basically, the reason it's so important to do this early on is that it gives you clarity on what you can borrow, which helps you set your budget, which I think is what Zach was saying earlier on. Gives you some clarity as far as how much you can borrow, what's within that budget, so that you don't go ahead and fall in love with something that might be totally out of the realm. And again, it kind of flows into that second one. It helps you avoid falling in love with homes you can't afford. That's a big thing that is real easy to do.
Yeah, those heartstrings are tough. You don't want to pull those heartstrings because it's tough to get on the back in the straight and narrow. I don't know how many times that literally this has happened in my 14-year career, and literally somebody has not found a house because they literally compared every house after that to a house they couldn't afford.
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you have a certain bar that you're looking at, and you can't find something that's going to be higher than that bar, everything's below it, and it just doesn't meet the criteria anymore. And it can be a long shopping process if you put yourself in that kind of situation. Very very much of a downer, in my opinion, unfortunately.
Right.
So basically, makes you feel more confident in your ability to get a home loan. Because one of the biggest fears I think a lot of folks have is, geez, am I going to be able to qualify and get that loan? Okay, being pre-qualified helps you feel a lot more confident about that because you got a bank that's saying that they're confident in you, which makes a big deal. And finally, it shows sellers that your offer is serious and likely to go through if accepted. Okay. One of the big things when you're on the selling side, is that you want to make sure that any offer that you accept for your seller, that it's one that's going to go through. And having a pre-approval letter as a buyer can go ahead and certainly make that seller's agent and seller a lot more confident with you and your offer, and put you in a much better position to get your offer accepted.
Well, yeah, because
Any thoughts on that?
Anybody can walk up and say I got $1 million, but can they prove it? So that's the question. In these transactions, a lot of people forget that nobody knows anybody from a hole in the wall. It's literally a bunch of strangers putting together a transaction. And the fact that they think that they can come to the table with just I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Well, they don't know. So let's put that to bed and move on. Let's get you pre-qualified. Let's show what you got in the bank. That way, the other people on the other side of the table know what they're dealing with is true and real.
Yep.
It's pretty basic.
Absolutely. I would agree with you, Zach.
But it's not common sense, Bob.
It is basic, but you're absolutely right. It is not common sense. You're absolutely right. I think they think that a lot of people think that they need to do very similar to buying a car, is they need to go ahead and find the home first and then find the financing. Whereas certainly with a home, you really want to flip that process around. And look at the financing, not getting nailed down on the financing, but certainly getting to the point where you are comfortable enough with the lender that they've given you pre-approval, that they're comfortable that they could actually lend you the money that you're asking for.
See, that's the difference between us and car salesmen, Bob, right there. That is the absolute thing. What makes us different, right there. See, a car salesman will bring you on the lot, show you the nicest car on the lot, have you drive it, and say, "Well, geez, it'd be really sad if you can't leave without this vehicle today." We want you to come.
That's true.
We want you to come to us, and we want to make sure you can buy it before we bring you in it, because we don't want you getting that feeling that you can't have. No, I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse in this world when I can't have something. When I want it, and I'm going to get it. But when they tell you can't have it, it's so bad. It's heartbreaking.
It is, especially if you yourself feel that it's something you absolutely want, and kind of convince yourself that you can make it happen. But unfortunately, when you get somebody else who has to make that final decision as to whether or not they're going to go ahead and lend you the money to make it happen, it's better to go ahead and find that out up front and not put yourself through all of the heartache that you'd have to otherwise by flipping it around, doing it the other way around. But so any final thoughts on that, Zach?
No, just remember, talk is free.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always our final point. My final point on this would be, go get pre-approved. And if you don't have a lender that you feel comfortable with, take Zach's advice. Talk is free. Give us a call so we can go ahead.
Hey, Bob, it works on the lender side too. Talk is free. Give them a call. Ask the question.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Don't talk to. Just ask questions. Don't have to get pre-qual the first time. See what they're all saying.
Very, very good point, Zach. Talk is free even with the lenders. So call 405. And if you have one that just doesn't want to give you the time of day, that's okay. Move on. Next, there's a number of lenders out there, and they're not willing to give you the time of day when you're trying to get information. They're not going to be there to help you more than likely through the process.
But keep in mind, though, you're better off calling PinePoint Realty, because talk is really free with us, and we will guide you in the right spot.
Absolutely. I would agree, Zach. Give us a call. And even better than that, come see us next week at the home show. What do you think of that? So the Auburn Home Show next Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 4. We're going to be there
at the Norway Savings Bank Arena.
Bank Arena, absolutely. If you don't know where that is, that's right next door to the Auburn Mall, right behind Shaw's, right off of Center Street, or Turner Street, whichever way you come in.
And if you show up and you want to go shoe shopping, just let me know what time. We'll have to get lunch after, though.
Go shoe shopping?
Yeah, Super Shoes right there. I need a new pair of Crocs.
Are you buying if we go shopping?
No, I thought you were. Moneybags.
Okay. Well, seeing that, I guess we're both not buying.
No.
Come see us at the show at least.
Yes, definitely. Come see us at the show next week. It's been an amazing time, and I think it's that time, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like Zach says all the time, what?
Talk is free.
There you go. Till next time, guys, expect an amazing day. Come see us next Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, actually, 9 to 4, Norway Savings Bank Arena. We'll be there. All right. Take care, guys.